All right, so welcome back. We got another video. We got a new lighting setup. We're going to see how this looks. Moving forward, I'm trying to play around with the lights so they look a little different. You can tell me if you don't like it, and we'll switch to something else. But I have a light there, and then a light there. So I'm trying to play around with the how soft and how aggressive some of the lighting is, and we're just going to see how that goes. I like this a little bit more. It's a little bit more dramatic than the other lighting setup that I had. I'm playing around with it for a little bit. I think I'm pretty happy with the way this is. That has nothing to do with the video that I'm currently recording. The one I'm recording has to do with Marvel and the new What If episode. I just wanted to talk about the lighting because I've been playing around with it, and I figured I can talk about whatever I want. There you go. Talk about the lighting. All right, so to start, I've said it in the other Marvel What If sort of reaction, overview, rant sort of videos that I've done before. I like the direction that they're going. I like that it seems, I don't want to say like they're one-off stories. I mean, I know they're what if stories. I know they're obviously one-off what if stories, but it seems like they're doing them with intent, right? So you've got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. You've got Spider-Man No Way Home. You've got the Eternals coming out, and then all of the other movies that are coming out. You know, like Wakanda Forever and a lot of the other films that are coming out. I think there's another Ant-Man movie. I know it's Thor. Was it Love and Thunder? Something or other. I don't know. It's fine. They've got a lot of stuff coming. Opening up people to the concept of multiple realities is, I don't want to say beneficial. Okay, so here's what I think they're doing. This is my take on it. I've got no source to say that this is the truth, and I'm sure other people have said it as well, because other people think about this constantly the way that I do. It seems like they're trying to figure out a way to tie in all of the stuff that they've recently purchased. So like X-Men, Fantastic Four, pretty much all the properties they didn't have access to before. So now they can say like mutants and all that stuff. And I don't want to say positive, because obviously I haven't seen anything to suggest it, but it does seem like they're going to start using the term mutant or mutated at some point. If they don't use it in one of the films that comes out in 2021, I will be very surprised, because it seems like the new phase, what they're going to try and do is introduce you to this concept, right? So say, hey, the timeline, there we go, the timeline, the universe that you were seeing before, that was the one where the concept of mutants wasn't there. Now you're going to be, because they're seeing Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, maybe something he does in the film he has will kind of tie a lot of universes together. Spider-Man No Way Home, same thing. They're going to have they're supposed to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield kind of cameo in the film, so they'll kind of tie in this concept like there's other universes. Okay, other universes, mutants, would explain where all of the people were. Where were the X-Men during, Thanos? Where was the Fantastic Four? Where was any of the things that happened? Even if you go past just the generic Marvel stuff that happened, like the bigger Infinity War, just the solo films, you'll see stuff and you're like, yeah, okay, well that's Spider-Man, and what about any of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, anything? Okay, so I think that's how they're going to tie all of it in. I think that it's interesting that they're doing things the way that they are, because Chadwick Boseman passed, they're going to have to shoot the Black Panther movie differently. Okay? So them introducing this what if storyline with Killmonger and changing everything as aggressively as they did, I feel like it'll soften people, right, to the idea of the new Black Panther movie. Right? Because everybody already knew, like, Chadwick Boseman had passed. They're going to have to make the movie without him. So they're going to have to change it some way. And I think this was potentially a way to, they're already doing the what if storylines, let's kind of tie in a what if where Black Panther isn't what you're thinking it is, and people getting comfortable with that idea, right? So that people, when they see Wakanda Forever, will be able to accept, however they're hopefully tastefully explain Chadwick Boseman no longer being the Black Panther, and then moving on to the new storyline. So what I liked about the episode, I liked the tie-ins to the main storyline. So how Iron Man 1 happened, Obadiah Stane being outed by Killmonger, the through line of the normal Iron Man like storyline, and them, putting through a lot of things that happen, like the arc reactor being like him, like, oh, what if made the arc reactor smaller, and then no, let's do vibranium. So it's the idea, like, okay, even if he just had the one-off idea for the arc reactor to be smaller, he didn't just make it, because before it was made out of like desperation, not just like a random idea. Okay. I think obviously because you've seen, or people would have seen potentially, actually no, people would have seen by this point Black Panther. So seeing Killmonger, they're like, oh, well, obviously, whatever he's doing, it's not going to be good. Like, there's no way that they're going to do this and it's going to be like, oh, it's just like a positive outcome. And then you see all of the, the double crosses and triple crosses and triple double crosses and what, like, oh, okay, right, that, sure, why not? I think, if I'm being honest, what would have made the story different for me, because I saw the ending coming, right? But what would have made the story different for me would have been if Killmonger was a different character, right? Like his motivations, like the way that he went about everything was still there, like he still had that mindset, but then he grew over the story, and I understand it's very short, but he grew over the story, and then they were the what if, and like small changes and things happen. But it seems like they just took Killmonger from Black Panther and then just threw him in this what if storyline. So like, oh, he saved Iron Man, and that's it. It's like, oh, okay, that's sure. Like, yeah, I mean, he could have saved Iron Man if he had been around, I'm sure. Then you see it in the episode, like, yeah, he saved Iron Man, like, sure, whatever. But it was very, yeah, that was a Killmonger character. Like, he had a vendetta. He did these things. Like, it was just beat for beat. Like, oh, and okay. I've kind of been ranting about it for a little bit anyway. But, spoiler, he kills T'Challa, kills Claw, kills Rhodey, kills Iron Man. Like, all the stuff he's doing, like, with the intent of becoming the Black Panther, to then push, this idea that, like, I'm taking over Wakanda, I'm going to stop the colonizers, the oppressors from, pushing down all of the people all over the world, and Wakanda's technology will be pushed out to the world, and we'll start this war. And even the way that he initiates the war between, like, the outside world and Wakanda, it's the same character from the Black Panther movie. Like, there's no difference, like, and what I'll say is this: when they did the what if T'Challa was Star-Lord episode, Thanos was a different character. Like the main bad guy, wipe out half the, he still had the same thought process, but he changed because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, he met T'Challa, like, things were different. He changed. It seems like literally the only thing that changed is Iron Man didn't get the suit. Everything else was just like, yeah, Killmonger was mad, wanted to become Black Panther, leaving bodies in his wake, and the end of the episode, oh no, he's the threat now. It's very similar to the Black Panther movie, which, again, okay, everything I just said, it doesn't say it's a bad episode. I like the episode. I like what they're doing with all the what if stuff. I want to see more. I would have preferred if they have taken the character in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? I think that it would have been, I don't say better, but like, it would have been nice. There we go. It would have been nice to see them take the character in a different direction than they did. And that's all I'll say. I mean, I wish they would have taken him in a different direction. Very similar to the episode, like, review that I did of, like, the zombie episode. Like, very similar to that one. So you'll see that one and not double reference that. It's fine. But very similar to that. I wish they had done it differently. So, comment below any movies, TV, music. I'm still waiting to see. I'm not sure where this will come out in the review process, but I talked in a previous video I released that I was waiting on the review process to see if I can put out like a reaction video and see how that'll do. But if you have ideas for reaction videos, if this comes out after the reaction video, if you like the way that one was, you want to see more, the best way I'll know is if you comment below, a bunch of likes on that video, I'll know you want to see more of it. I will make more content.